Hello everyone, welcome to Study IQ. In this video, I will start a series where I will complete all the current affairs of Assam for 2020 full 1 year. So let's start set 1 immediately. Now, I want to do this series in English language because I believe that most of the people who are preparing for APSC and other exams will understand English. So let's start in English. The third edition of Khelo India Youth Games, they were held in January in which city of Assam? Now, Khelo India Youth Game, remember it was the third edition, and the fourth edition of Khelo India Youth Games will take place in Panchkula in Haryana, and the third edition took place in Guwahati. Third edition of Khelo India Youth Games took place in Guwahati, and which team was the winner? Maharashtra. So, Maharashtra won the maximum medals in the third Khelo India Youth Games. Which famous theatre personality from Assam who had introduced street plays in Assam in 1971 passed away recently? He had won a lot of awards, both national awards and state awards for the field of theatre, and he was very active social activist also. And but he, if there is one thing he was most known for, it is theatre. So what was his name? He was the great Ratan Oja. Ratan Oja. Which bank provided a loan of $88 million, that is approximately 630 crore? Sometimes in the question you may get the amount in rupees as well. So approximate 630 crore or $88 million for Assam Inland Water Transport Project. Now Assam is already rich in the inland waterway. You know that the National Waterway 2 goes from Sadia to Dhubri. From Sadia to Dhubri, we have the National Waterway 2, and of course, it is on the Brahmaputra River. And now they are making more inland waterways. For that, the loan of $88 million is being provided by the World Bank. So the answer is World Bank, and World Bank president is Mr. David Malpass, and he's an American. World Bank is headquartered in Washington, D.C. Which rebel organization of Assam signed a tripartite agreement with the central government and the government of Assam to suspend operation? In other words, you can say it's a peace deal that they will not do violence anymore, right? They will suspend their operations. So, this rebel organization is which one? All Bodo Students Union, Bodo Liberation Tigers, Kamatpur Liberation Organization, or National Democratic Front of Bodoland. So, the answer is National Democratic Front of Bodoland. Now, remember that tripartite agreement means there are three parties in this agreement. So one is the central government, one is the state government, and third is the National Democratic Front of Bodoland. Also in this area, the Bodoland area, recently there is a new airport that has been opened, which is the Rupsi Airport. Rupsi Airport in Kokrajhar. This is the new airport that has opened in Assam. Which renowned Assamese linguist who wrote the path-breaking book An Introduction to Assamese Phonology passed away recently? Now, there is a difference between a linguist and a polyglot. What is the difference? Polyglot is a person who can speak many languages, whereas a linguist is a person who studies languages, right? Who studies languages like a science. And this person was a linguist for the Assamese language. So he was very proficient in Assamese language and he wrote more than 100 books. So he is the great Dr. Golok Chandra Goswami. Dr. Golok Chandra Goswami. One of his most famous books is An Introduction to Assamese Phonology. Now, at the 26th of January 2020, the Republic Day parade. So every year there is this tradition where a lot of states they showcase their tableau or their culture in the form of a tableau. So Assam's tableau bagged the first prize at the Republic Day parade on 26 January 2020. So my question is that Assam's tableau was number 1, but which of these was showcased on the tableau? What was showcased? You can see here that the bamboo and the cane products, which are very famous in Assam, they are central to Assam, they were showcased. But apart from that, what was showcased? What more? Firework craft of Barpeta, Bhortal Nritya, Muga silk industry, or Bihu festival. Which of these was showcased? So it is the Bhortal Nritya, which is a part of the Satariya tradition. Bhortal Nritya is a part of the Satariya tradition. Now, the firework industry in India is famous at two places. One is the Shivakashi, which is in Tamil Nadu, and second is the Barpeta fireworks. This also is worth remembering. And what was the theme? You can see the theme of the Assam tableau, land of unique craftsmanship and culture. land of unique craftsmanship and culture. This was the theme of the Assam's tableau. Also, a very famous Assamese literature, Shashi Sharma, passed away, and he had also authored nearly 100 books. He was a very renowned author. So, he was also a retired professor of the Nalbari College, and his last book was Antim Jatra in 2019, which means Last Journey. And he had also received the Soviet Nehru Award in 1968 and the Sitanath Brahma Chaudhary Award. So, he passed away recently. His name was Shashi Sharma. The Assam Rifles constructed a combined war memorial in which state recently? Now, Assam Rifles is the oldest paramilitary force of India, and it guards the Myanmar border, right? So, they constructed a war memorial recently in Nagaland. As per the survey by which organization, Assam is the number one state in India in terms of the best practices followed in budget formulation. In terms of budget formulation, Assam is the best performing or the top state in India. This was said by which organization? Niti Aayog, Transparency International, World Economic Forum, or NASSCOM. So remember, it was announced by the Transparency International, which is headquartered in Berlin, which is the capital of Germany. Who was appointed as the chairman of the Assam Public Service Commission, the APSC? Mr. Pallab Bhattacharya was appointed as the chairman of APSC. And remember, there are two scholarship schemes in Assam that were launched. So these were launched by Hemanta Biswa Sarma, and Hemanta Biswa Sarma is Assam Finance Minister. So the name is Gyan Deepika Scholarship, and it was announced first in the budget of 2019-20, but finally it was launched at Shrimanta Shankar Dev Kalakshetra in Guwahati on 12th of February 2020. So what happens under the Gyan Deepika Scholarship? In the Gyan Deepika Scholarship, there is a subsidy provided of 700 rupees per month for 10 months through direct benefit transfer to the more than 13,000 hostel students of the government colleges and the state university. 700 rupees per month for 10 months, right? This is the scholarship. And second is the Hindustan Paper Corporation Scholarship or HPC Scholarship. Now, this will also be provided to the students whose parents are currently employed in Hindustan Paper Corporation's units at Pachgram and Jagi Road, and this scholarship is worth 1 lakh rupees. Now, there is a conclave that took place recently, which is called Northeast Sustainable Development Goals Conclave. Now, you know that there are 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, which need to be realized by 2030. So, this conclave took place recently in Guwahati. It was organized in Assam Administrative Staff College in Guwahati from 24th to 26th of February. And it was organized by the Niti Aayog, Northeastern Council, Government of Assam, Tata Trust. Remember, it was also supported by United Nations Development Programme and RIS. UNDP is headquartered in New York. Which town has become the first zero waste town of Assam? So it is located in Jorhat district. Can you identify the town? It is Tittabor. So Tittabor town is the first zero waste town of Assam. It has incredible waste management practices. Also, I would touch upon Swachh Sarvekshan or Cleanliness India Survey 2020 that was conducted by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. And in Assam, the cleanest city is Silchar. However, the rank is 340 all India. So, no city of Assam is in top 300 in India in terms of cleanliness. So, there is a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of maintaining health, maintaining hygiene and cleanliness. Silchar is the cleanest city in Assam. All India rank is 340. Then Dibrugarh is 353 and Guwahati was 356, Nagaon was 358. So these are the 4 cleanest cities of Assam. Now remember, Assam was the winner of the fastest mover state in an overall category of the best performing states. Assam was the number 1 in the fastest mover state. Now let's break down into subcategories where some cities of Assam found the spot. So in the Northeast zone, right? In the Northeast zone category, of 50,000 to 1 lakh population. So there are 2 subcategories. One is Northeast. Second, 50,000 to 1 lakh population. Assam clinched many spots. In fact, Assam was the number 1. So Jorhat was declared as the cleanest city in the Northeast zone in this category, 50,000 to 1 lakh population. And Tezpur won the best city via the feedback of the citizens. Then Difu city clinched the title of fastest mover in 50,000 to 1 lakh category in the Northeast. And Shiva Sagar won the best city in innovation and best practices, and Karimganj won the best self-sustainable city. You have to remember that there are two subcategories. One is it should be Northeast city, and second 50,000 to 1 lakh. So all of these awards were won by Assam, but the most important is Jorhat. Jorhat is the cleanest city in Northeast zone in 50,000 to 1 lakh category. Now let's come to the even lower category, which is 25,000 to 50,000 population category. In this, Hailakandi won the best city in innovation and best practices, and Silapathar clinched the fastest mover city. Then in below 25,000 population, there was one award, which is Lakhimpur. So Lakhimpur won the fastest mover city in below 25,000 population. Let's return to the MCQ. Famous athlete of Assam, Hima Das, who is very specialist in the 400-meter race, but she also competes sometime in the 200-meter race, but her specialty is 400 meters. So she was appointed as a Deputy Superintendent of Police, DSP, by the government of Assam. She is also known by what name? So Hima Das is also known as Dhing Express, and this place Dhing is in Nagaon district. So she is known as Dhing Express. You can see in the option Payoli Express. Payoli Express is the name of P.T. Usha, the famous athlete from Kerala who was 4th in the Olympics. Now the Assam government has started a scheme called Uttaran scheme. So they are building 33 stadiums in the state under the Uttaran scheme. 300 crore rupees will be the allocation for Uttaran scheme, and these stadiums will help the upcoming athletes. Government will also provide financial assistance of 50,000 rupees to 1,000 players and a grant of 75,000 rupees to 2,500 clubs in Assam. Also, 500 playgrounds will be set up in the rural areas to encourage the youth to take up sports. Carissa copili, which was recently discovered in Assam, is a species of what? Carissa copili is a plant, and copili is a name of a river where this plant is found. That is why Carissa copili is the name that they have kept. So this is the plant Carissa copili, and you can see it has white flowers. It has white flowers. Now remember, Carissa copili plant is threatened by the very river it is named after, that is Kopili in the central Assam. And the why Carissa copili is in danger? Because there is a hydroelectric project on the Kopili river, which is known as Lower Kopili Hydroelectric Project, and it is being funded by the Asian Development Bank. In fact, Asian Development Bank has given a loan of $231 million for Lower Kopili Hydroelectric Project. So because of this hydroelectric project, this plant is in danger. And second is that because of the coal mining in Meghalaya, the water has turned acidic, right? So because of that also, this plant is in danger. Now thousands of pigs, they died in Assam. In Assam, pork is a very common dish. In fact, 65% of the pork that is eaten in India is in the 8 northeastern states. India consumes approximately 4.26 lakh metric ton of pork every year, and 65% of that is eaten in the 8 northeastern states. So in all the 8 northeastern states, pork is a delicacy. And in Assam, in 5 districts of eastern Assam, the classical swine fever killed more than 1,300 pigs. Now please don't get confused between swine flu and classical swine fever. Both are completely different. Classical swine fever only affects pigs. Okay, it's a viral disease, and it is also known as hog cholera. Hog cholera. And Assam has the most farmed pigs in India according to the 20th livestock census from 2012 to 2019. Now Assam government started a scheme called Dhanvantri scheme. This is for the home delivery of the medicines. And what is the condition? So basically you can order medicine, government will deliver it to your doorstep. If you order below 200 rupees medicine, you will not be charged, but you will only be charged if the medicine is more than 200 rupee. And Asha health workers will actually deliver medicines at your doorstep. Now the government of Assam has announced how much amount as the life insurance cover to those journalists if they die reporting during the COVID-19 outbreak. So these are brave journalists who braved the COVID spread in Assam. But if they die because of COVID on duty, then their family gets 50 lakh rupees. So 50 lakh rupees was the life insurance cover announced for the journalist of Assam. So that was the video for Assam Current Affairs 2020 Set 1. Do let me know if you like this video, and do let me know if you want more sets. I'm sure that you must be having a lot of exams. I had received messages on Instagram that students want some material regarding Assam. So I took a personal effort, and I brought this video free of cost for you on Study IQ YouTube channel. So do share with your friends in Assam, and so that it gives me more encouragement to keep bringing these free material for all of you. Thank you for watching Study IQ.